North Carolina border in Tennessee, and this is the house that you all helped finance and rebuild. And this is the house that I am sure we probably had close to 1,000 volunteers come in, give their time, their talent, and their sweat, their blood, and this house literally was pulled out of the mud. There are a lot of photos of this house during the storm, after the storm, while we were working on it. And we are going to kind of put together a one-year slideshow, and we'll be uploading that later. We have had a lot of people coming and going. This is kind of a thank you party for all of you who prayed for this, who donated to this, all the people who helped work on it. It's a celebration for the neighborhood and the community, because this house has been here 100 years, and it's one of those houses that everybody knows. And it's definitely a celebration for the family, because they are almost back in. We have just a few more little details, but we're going to kind of go through and talk to some folks and look at the house. This house, if you look around here, the water line was here. It had this much water in it. And I mean, the little stream that flooded is way down there, and it's just a little stream. It turned into a massive raging river because all the bridges turned into dams. Every culvert and every bridge got stopped up with debris. And then when the debris washed out, or it washed around it, it was like a dam breaking because the water filled up the valleys. And that's what happened here. It was absolutely terrifying. There were trees coming down, and water that was normally a stream a few inches deep was 20 feet deep and going down the mountain. So we're going to walk around here and look. Like I said, the house is almost done. It has down gorgeous maple hardwood that we have covered up with paper so you can't see it. We had a gentleman who was here somewhere. He came in and did all of his tree work. This house is really better than it was before. We have passed our final electrical inspection, but they didn't get out and set the meter, so we still don't have power. And we've got water right behind the house, but we don't have the pump set yet, so we're close. Anyway, this is Greg over here. You can't hear me because I turned my head. Greg over here in his kilt, serving up the pork butt that we killed. He is the homeowner. And Randy is here. Of course, he's eating first. Yeah. Curtis, who has been out here operating equipment. Curtis helped when the floors were all tore up. We put in braces and added beams and worked in the mud.
Yeah, in the mud.
In the mud. A lot of mud. Oh, Randy over here eating and not working. Randy has been. I know. We've had food all day today. We had a big breakfast at the church this morning. We're right here eating pork. But Randy's been running materials. He's run stuff back and forth. And he picked up a ton of stuff last Friday, so it wasn't such a disaster for this. We forgot the breakers. They're still.
I thought he wanted 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah, like you 2 or 3.
I think I said, let's just leave them off.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Can we squeeze by you? Well, we'll look at the bathroom. There's a lot of work still being done in the bathroom. We had volunteers come and tile the floor. Somewhere Marty is around here working. He's been up here all summer. And he has been in here touching up paint and trying to finish the bathroom. But you can see it's really, really close. These things have to be connected in here. And they should be back in within 2 weeks for sure. They're moving back home.
Where are you living?
I wish you all were here to enjoy some of this food. And I'm sorry, guys, I don't have anybody to answer comments. Jim's holding the camera for me back there. Jimmy, if you see something important pop up I need to address, let me know. He's trying to chase me. But we're really having a celebration here, Greg, with the pork butts, and we've got beans and coleslaw and stuff. I did lots of Sam's Club stuff. No kitchen in the van, well there is, but not enough to cook for this crowd. We've had a lot of people through here today. We had a crew out here from Pennsylvania, from the Brethren Church. They started our retaining wall. They have the one down close to the house, and they've started the back wall. And these retaining wall blocks were donated by the Southeastern Concrete and Masonry Association, and they came from Willicks Brothers in Maryville. So if y'all are anywhere in Knoxville, Maryville, and you need retaining wall products or any kind of concrete building materials, Willicks Brothers there sells them. Go by and tell them Becky sent you and thank them for what they have done up here. They sent us a ton of these blocks, and it's under construction. We still have to cap it and everything. But this retaining wall is one of the things that made it possible to rebuild this house. This mountain had washed under the house, and the house was sitting in the mud. If you go back and look at some of the early videos, and they are all in a playlist, you'll see why we had to have the retaining wall. And because they donated these retaining wall blocks, and these are very high quality, they're going to be here as long as the mountain is here. The house will stand another 100 years, and it would not have without the retaining wall. So thank you so much, Andy, and all of the members of the Southeastern Concrete Masonry Association. Go see Willicks Brothers in Maryville if you're anywhere in the area, and get your materials from them. They are high quality. They're heavy, but they're high quality. They'll last as long as you own your house. Thank you, Andy. We really do appreciate it. And we can't wait to get this wall finished. I want to see what it looks like completely done. It's pouring the rain when I go out and walk around. And we also built a spring box out of these blocks, which was vitally important because we had to hold the mountain back out of the spring so that they could continue to use the spring. That's the only water source around here. And drilling a well is kind of not an option for people who are rebuilding because it takes a year and a half to get a well drilled here. There's a waiting list. So we had to get that spring usable, and those blocks made that spring usable. So thank you guys. We got folks hanging out in here in the kitchen. Great, Lisa. We're talking to all the people that have been praying for us and sent money and love and prayers, and you guys really did make this possible. They're going to be moving back in about 2.5 to 3 weeks.
Something like that.
Yeah, coming back home.
Hey,
it's been a long year. But Greg wants to share.
You care if you get wet?
Yeah, it might be a fine. Well, we'll find Greg. He's got a verse, so he's going to share with you. He's going to help me out because you can tell my voice.
He'll get older, he won't want
like,
to sleep.
Oh, here he comes. Greg's got on his full Scottish attire.
This is the Wallace kilt in honor of my great uncle, and was basically like a grandpa to me.
And his great uncle is the one who built this house.
Yes.
You recognize?
Well, I've got Wallace ancestry too, so I'm trying to find it here.
So you are the 4th generation. Your kids are the
Well, we're the 3rd.
You're the 3rd, you're the 4th, and there's the 5th generation of the same family that has lived in this house. And that's why you all helped save this home. It's not a house, it's a home. And it's heritage that you are saving. And hope that you're bringing back. I titled this The House 1,000 Hearts, or The Home 1,000 Hearts and Hands Help Rebuild, and it really has been. So
we couldn't even begin to thank everybody that's been involved in it.
No.
A good friend of mine, Red Jordan, we go to church with, a community church in Mountain City, shared with me a couple of weeks after when people started coming up here. He said, God laid these verses on my heart before the storm. And it's from Isaiah 61. Now, I know that this is a prophecy about Christ and about Israel, but it fits here too. Because so many strangers came in here to help build this. And Isaiah 61 says, they shall build up the ancient ruins, they shall raise up the former devastations, they shall repair the ruined cities, the devastations of many generations. Strangers shall stand and tend your flocks, foreigners shall be your plowmen and vine dressers. But you shall be called the priests of the Lord, and they shall speak of you as the ministers of our God. You shall eat the wealth of the nations, and in their glory you shall boast. Instead of your shame, there shall be a double portion. Instead of dishonor, they shall rejoice in their lot. Therefore, in their land, they shall possess a double portion, and they shall have everlasting joy. And those verses, I think, are just so fitting. Everybody that came in here, like Becky, who is now family.
Yes, this is my brother Greg.
And it's just, everybody, it's just been such a blessing to be able to share those verses with people. And for what God can do through people. We're just
And it really has been I said this morning at the breakfast because somebody called me up, and I don't ever pass up an opportunity to open my mouth, y'all. But this has been truly God's people coming together. It's not about a denomination. It's not about what part of the country you're from. It is God's people coming together, being God's hands and feet, doing God's work in God's name, and God is restoring and rebuilding this community. And He's bringing people home. And the people have asked, and I have asked people since I've been doing this, why are you doing this? Why are you coming here, leaving your home, and helping people you don't know? And everybody's like, well, we can ask you the same thing. And I think after being here a year and talking to all these people that I have had the great honor to work with, when you build something, you build yourself up. It builds you up with it. But when you step out of your own fog, out of your own troubles, and you help your brother, it really changes you. And it changes the world. And we're not just building houses around here. We're building people back. And we are restoring souls. And that's what God does.
This house is a testimony to what God can do.
And this is all day how this works.
Yes. Yes, this house is a testimony of what God can do. And it's one of those houses that I wish we could go out and walk around it, but it is pouring. And when these little phone thingies get wet, they don't work. But the outside is gorgeous. We are going to do, like I said, a photo slideshow so you can see some of the details, and we'll get that up as quick as we can. But, and I'm not going to keep everybody tied up here. This was one of those houses that almost did not get saved. But because it had so much heritage, and it was a home to 5 generations, and nobody told me it couldn't be saved. So, when you walk around with God and somebody says this is what needs done, do it. And God helps. And it is all because of what God has done. It really is. We were too dumb to know it couldn't be done. So. But thank you all for all your prayers. Thank you for your support while we were doing this over the last year. And especially thank you for your gifts. I mean, we could not have done this without your prayers and your gifts. And please continue to pray for all the people that were affected. They are saying we're about 20% done with this. And we really thought we were a whole lot closer. But in 1 year, this area-wide, is about 20% recovered. So there's a lot of prayers and a lot of help still needed. If you can come and help, come and help. I wanted to talk to Marty and Jeff. Before we end, I want to talk to Marty and Jeff. They're over here. They came up here. Just follow me. Follow me. Out of the way, Randy. Randy is also my brother. I got lots of new family. Okay, boys. Wait till I start talking. This fella here did the trim and cabinets. And
This
he
guy here
has
helped me
been,
hit the floor.
yeah, oh, and the floor, you fixed the floor,
We finished it.
finished the floor, he did all the finish work on the floor, and they worked, he's been up here for, how many weeks is it? 11 weeks, came up by himself and worked. So you don't have to have a group, and he's working by himself.
Been here about 2 weeks.
So we've had a lot of big groups that have made a massive difference, and we've had a lot of individuals that have come in and just kind of dedicated themselves to complete the task. And it takes a lot of hands, thousands. So thank you guys, I really do
You
appreciate
don't
it.
need to be at the group, just come.
Yeah, just
Because
come.
the preacher puts you to work on something.
Yeah,
And it's
there's
a lot of
a,
fun.
it is, and it helps you.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's therapeutic.
it really is, and we said that it will change you for the better. I don't know anybody that's left here and said they wish they hadn't come. Nobody. So thank you all again, and we're gonna say goodbye and get back to our celebration here. Thank you for joining us for our celebration, and until next time, remember to put God first. Bye, everybody.
Thanks.